What's up YouTube? For tonight's video we have a full hard to catch Pokemon team. Basically these are Pokemon that were difficult to find / catch over the gens, and some games, obviously the older games, are much harder than they are now. Okay guys, leave your team suggestions in the comment section below. Go do it. The highest sum up comment will be the winner, or you may be picked for a Mystery Monday. Now this one was a Mystery Monday one, but I did decide to use this team on stream yesterday, and I got a couple of good battles with it. Plus I got one today, so I'm going to put 2 battles in this video here, so trying to spoil you as much as I can. Okay, so we have the Munchlax lead here. Now Munchlax was, it was very, very hard to get with the honey, and I think it was a 1%er to get from the honey tree in 4th gen. Okay, this one was against Mossy Dog on my chat. If you do want to have a battle against me, you can just visit my chat, and I do hang out there daily there, taking battles at a random time each day. Okay, so we have a Seeking lead here. I paralyze it with the Body Slam there, and it does have a Citrus Berry. Now, I've got all attacking moves on this Munchlax here with Everlight. I didn't want to use Self-Destruct at the moment, so I just went for Body Slam. That was my main stab move on this. Now, it was about a 3-hit KO there on the Seeking, or about a 2-3 hit KO there. But the Poison was starting to rack up quite a lot of damage on my Munchlax here, and Waterfall, this was more specially defensive, just it's stat-wise than defensive. Okay, so I'm going to finish off the Seeking there, and that's down, but I'm going to go down to the Poison too, so basically it's a double KO at the start here. And now, I was thinking, what should I bring out here? And I was thinking, well, I might bring out my Phoebus here, because, you know, I want to use that, and there's no, like, traps up on the field, which is good, so I can make use of it. Alright, so we have Grumpig coming out here. Now, I went for the Hypnosis. It misses my kind of... Actually, I didn't hit Hypnosis once trying out this team, and I tried it out about 10 battles. Okay, so I'm going to get taunted here. I actually went for the Mirror Coat here, hoping that it would attack me with some sort of special move. I've got Focus Sash on this too, and Mirror Coat just decimates the Grumpig there, so it was really awesome getting rid of Grumpig. It's very, very bulky there, and Phoebus got a kill. That was amazing. Okay, so the Mighty Spinder's going to come out here, and it's going to go for the Sucker Punch here. There wasn't like too much I could do. I had Brian on this set. I had Swift Swim with Rain Dance, and I believe I had Hypnosis as well, and Mirror Coat. Alright, so I'm running a special Tauros here, a very, very special Tauros. I've got the Work Up on this. Now, Work Up does raise your attack and special attack, but I'm running like an Uproar set, which is, it's pretty bad, but I want to try it out anyway. So Uproar is similar to like moves like Outrage. It keeps going and going. It's pretty cool because you can't get put to sleep or anything, which is a bonus, but you obviously get locked into it, which isn't so good. So the Spinner's got Drain Punch, which sadly is going to get all of its health back. Well, a lot of its health back there, and it's great priority as well. Sucker Punch, there's not much I could really do here. So poor Tauros. I didn't really get to use him too much in this battle, so I've lost half my team already. Things aren't going as well as I wanted to. Alright, bringing in Abra now. I thought I could play some mind games with that Sucker Punch there. I've got Calm Mind on this Abra set. Vanillish actually comes in here. I get the Calm Mind off on the swap anyway. Unfortunately, I wasn't running Psyshock on this set. I had a feeling Vanillish would be special defensive rather than defensive, so my best bet here was just to go for Psychic. I go between Psychic and Psyshock. Still does really nice damage there. It's going to go for a turn, take me down to my Focus Sash here. Magic is really, really nice there too. You can just swap into like Burns and Toxics and Stealth Rocks and things like that. Alright, Xatu comes in here. It's going to try and tank my Psychic here. I've got +1 in special attack, so it does pretty good damage, nearly does half health. I've got Dazzling Gleam on this set. I had Calm Mind instead of like Signal Beam or Shadow Ball or something like that, so that kind of let me down there, but that's alright. I still did I nearly got rid of the Xatu too, and I dented the Vanillish. Okay, so I've only got 2 Pokemon left. I really need to get back into this game here. Alright, swapping in the Mighty Phanpy here. I'm running a Choice Banded set, and I'm going to finish off the Xatu with the Ice Shard there. Phanpy was pretty fun to run as well. Okay, so we've got the Golduck coming here. Now, the last Pokemon was weak to water as well, and as was Phanpy, so I'm like, man, I can't actually swap here at all. I'm just going to have to go for the Ice Shard, get as much damage as I can, and just pray that I can get back into this game. All right, Golduck is going to go for the Scald here. I'm definitely not going to be able to live that one, so Phanpy goes down. Like I said, I couldn't swap into my next Pokemon because it was Graveler, and that was... I couldn't, had nothing to check it with at all. So, bringing Graveler here, this is my physical boosting, automizing set here. So, I knew, obviously I knew Scald was coming on way. I've got the Sturdy on this. I've got Weakness Policy. Actually, yesterday I forgot to put Weakness Policy at all on it for some reason. I know, I just forgot to put it on there. Don't get burned by Scald, and I'm able to get the... Automize off here just to boost my speed. So I've got a weakness policy and I've got a speed boost up. So that's pretty nice. Now on this set I've got Earthquake, I've got Stone Edge, and I've got Flail too. So Flail's mainly making use of Sturdy. It doesn't always work obviously because you won't always find yourself on 1 health. You may get hit by a physical move. Obviously, its defense is a lot better there. Anyway, so Vanillish is going to come in. I crit that with Flail. I don't think that actually mattered because I've got a weakness policy up, and Flail's very, very strong at 1 health. Alright, so the last Pokemon is Spinda. I knew this thing would go for the Sucker Punch, so I went for the Automize here. So this is where the mind game started. I thought, should I attack the next turn or should I go for another Automize? I thought, let's try for the attack this turn and see how we go. The Spinda is obviously going to go for another move than Sucker Punch, and I'm going to take it out with a Stone Edge. That is game. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. It was a really clutch comeback with the Graveler. Okay, next battle. This one was actually on my live stream against Rick, so if you weren't there, I'm going to give you a full lowdown of this battle. If you were, I'll just tell you probably some of my thoughts a little bit better than yesterday, because the hard thing is when you stream right, you don't want to exactly give away all your strategy. Right, so we have a Ninjask lead here. It's going to go for the U-turn on my Phoebus. This poor Phoebus. So I thought, well, I could go for the Rain Dance here, or I could go for the Hypnosis. I decided to go for Rain Dance there because I've got Swift Swim. Now, Phoebus actually has some nice speed. It's at level 100. It does have 259 speed, so that's pretty decent. Okay, so Hypnosis misses, of course it does. Like I said, I never hit it the entire time. So Mantike is going to take out my Phoebus. So Phoebus wasn't really useful this battle, unfortunately there. However, it was useful in some other battles, like the one before. That was really, really awesome. Okay, so bringing in Graveler this time is like, I might as well try and get a free weakness policy and try and sweep this team. Now, I actually did get a full-on Graveler sweep, and since you guys like those videos so much, I will put that one up. Because every time I ask you, like, why are you asking? Just put it up. So I'll take you on that one and I'll put it up. Right, anyway, so I forgot to bring my weakness policy on this set. This was during the stream, and I'm going to take out the Mantike there with the Stone Edge. So at this point, I was pissed. I was like, damn. Then I saw the Wartortle. I was like, this thing probably has Aqua Jet or Fake Out. And I had one or the other, so I was like, that doesn't matter too much. That made really no difference to the battle. Okay, so Graveler goes down there. Rip. Okay, so we got off to a bit of an average start. I didn't really like burning my Graveler so early on, but I didn't have much choice there. Okay, bringing in my Abra here, going for the Energy Ball. This is a very bulky Wartortle, obviously there. And it's going to go for the Mirror Coat here, so it's nice to see Mirror Coat on Wartortle. I've got Focus Sash on this. It hadn't actually revealed Aqua Jet there, but I did know that it was a chance that it had it, so my Abra's going to go down to that one. So, not good here. I've lost half my team already. Now I was like, well, what should I bring in here? What should I try? I was like, might as well try out my Tauros again. Okay, so Wartortle is going to go for the Aqua Jet again, just getting some more damage on my Tauros. I was kind of hoping for a swap there, but nope. Alright, so I've got my work up on my Tauros, and I was going to go for the up roll here. So Wartortle is going to go for another Aqua Jet, getting some damage on me there again. It's about a 4-hit KO with that. Okay, so finishing off the Wartortle with the up roll there. We all know that crit mattered too. Okay, so I've got +1. Even with +1 and Life Orb, it isn't actually very strong. How I had Fire Blast and Blizzard on this too. I know it's a crazy set, but it was actually pretty fun to use. Now, Zebstrika comes in and goes for the Iron Deluge here. That's like the most perfect counter for this Tauros set because I was locked in. What that does, it turns the normal type move into electric type move, right? And Zebstrika's got Lightning Rod, so that actually gave it a special attack boost. I ran a similar set on mine. Anyway, so I actually outspeed that, nearly take it out with the up roll, which is awesome. But I'm going to go down to the T-Bolt there, so bye-bye Tauros. But that was pretty fun. I nearly took out the Zebstrika there with that. Alright, so bringing in the mighty Phanpy again. Phanpy is going to go for the Ice Shard to finish the Zebstrika off. Choice Banded Ice Shard there. Okay. Now, I kind of wanted to, at the start, to run this one with Everlight and 4 attacking moves, but I thought, nah, I'll go for Choice Band just for a little bit more power. Okay, so Ninjask comes in there. I get a big crit there with Ice Shard, which is awesome. And the Ninjask actually has Final Gambit there, which isn't going to do too much for me there. It would have done like a hell of a lot more if I didn't get a crit there. So Ninjask is going to go down there. All right, so we're both down to our last 2 Pokemon. Scary Bug is going to come in here. It's got Intimidate, so it's not going to do like very much at all. That Ice Shard, plus I'm like locked into it, low base power move. Have to swap out. Okay, bringing in Munchlax here. Now I needed to go for just Body Slam or any like stab move that I thought would be good. Okay, so it's not doing too much there. Well, a critical hit did like nothing to me. Okay, so it's going to start spamming Bug Buzz here. With the Everlight attached, it's not really doing too much to me at all. Okay, going for the Body Slams here. It's about a 2-hit KO on Masquerain. It's going to go for the Air Slash here. I was hoping I didn't get flinched or anything. That's a really, really bad move for getting flinched. Now, going for the second Body Slam. That is going to be enough to take the Masquerain out with the crit, which didn't matter. Okay, it's good to see Masquerain being used too. You actually don't see it too much. All right, the last Pokemon is Big Podgy. Here I think I went for Self-Destruct here. I'm pretty sure that's what I went for. Anyway, so I'm going to get Brave Birder to the face, and since I already like lost a lot of my health, that's going to take me out there. So a little bit of recoil damage there for the Pidgeot. So I was like, well, I've got Fanfy left, right? I've got Ice Shard. I'm going to go for the Choice Band and Ice Shard. Even if this doesn't kill, this should get very close. With all the recoil damage, that should be nearly enough to take it out. Okay, so it does pretty nice damage there with the Ice Shard. Pidgeot is going to go for the Brave Bird again, and it's going to obviously take me out there. I was like, okay, well, the recoil damage should be enough to take it out, right? Nope. 1 health. Salt. The salt is real. Peace, guys.